Okay, okay. I think we did it.
What does that look? Not look straight to.
We'll fix it in a second if we
Okay.
can get to it. Okay, I don't know why I'm so bad at this. Refresh, refresh. Okay, it says I'm live. Hi Leslie.
We are there. Okay.
Okay, all right, we got it working this time. All right, so I need to fix the thumbnail though. Hey, there's a Karen here. My mom's name is Karen. Hey Tom, Taroni, and Lisa, and Becca, and everybody, and I apologize about having to restart the whole thing. I actually, can you entertain them for a second?
Okay.
I will be back in 1 minute. I just have to change something on the computer because of the.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, just.
I excuse my hair. All my roots are showing because Julie was supposed to color my hair. It's been 4 weeks already since she colored my hair. I just used the box mix, but it was so nice to have a professional color my hair. It looks so nice, and she even cut it. So she's due to cut and color my hair. And I'm terrible with the nails. I usually just take a toenail clipper and cut my fingernails, which is probably the worst thing to do, I would imagine, and I don't file them. But, so, Julie is going to give me a manicure. Manicure 101. I don't usually wear polish because my hands are in water all the time. I do a lot of cleaning. So,
Sorry.
I'm thrilled to have my daughter here and her boyfriend for a couple of months. And yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Just had to fix a couple of things behind the scenes. Alright, because yeah, I definitely set up this wrong. I just got a new stand for my phone and clearly didn't use it properly because I messed that up. Back from commercial break, Carly. Hi everybody. No worries, Cindy, we just started because I messed up, so.
You would have been watching us sideways.
Yeah. Alright, Kim. Hi, Kim. Alright, so my mom.
So how are you, Karen? Yes, mine is too. Mine is showing too. Oh, my grays. Yeah, my guy. Okay. Nails are okay. You'll have to reach it because I can't
it's
see
small,
that,
so it's hard for her
separate.
to see it from here.
Right.
But I'll make sure I relay everything over. So before I get started on her nails, she is my worst client ever because she hates getting her nails touched. Like every time I've ever done her nails in the past, every like second it's.
That's because the skin is so sensitive around my nail bed.
But like I'm not gonna hurt you. You just get scared that I'm going to hurt you.
Because I have been hurt in the past when I had acrylic nails.
Yeah.
And they just would file the crap
well,
out
that's
of
because
my
they
nails.
weren't doing it right.
I bleed, I walk out of there bleeding, and my nails
should
were
never hurt.
Hurting me.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to walk out of there with my nails hurting me.
Yeah, nails should never hurt and they should never bleed.
Right.
If they are making you bleed, they're actually cutting something that's illegal and it's not in their licensed
Right, and when they would take that electric file, oh, then my nails would, the whole nail would hurt. Yeah, that was, well,
but I'm her daughter and she still don't trust me.
I do now, don't I? Okay, maybe because my nail, you told me the...
Hyponychium?
The what?
the hyponychium.
Hyponychium is, so...
Yeah.
If I cut my nails too short, they really hurt.
So while we're doing this...
So I don't go to a nail salon. That's why I don't go to a nail salon anymore.
I know a lot of you guys have questions, and we've answered some in the past, so like if we answer the same ones again, that's really fine.
Okay.
But I know it's super short notice, and I wanted to like compile a list of questions you guys have about like for my mom about me being an egg donor.
I think the conversation we had will answer all the questions.
Yeah, so we're just like generally gonna start talking about the whole process and like how our relationship changed a little bit when it happened, and get into the nitty gritty. But if you guys have questions, feel free to interrupt us at any time. I will be checking out the chats. But thank you all for tuning in, and let's get started. Today's episode of
Okay, well, I remember when you called me that day.
Yeah, so
and told me you were going to be an egg donor.
So I didn't ask her.
No.
After I was told after me and Eric and Adam had the conversation, we just sorry, I lost my train of thought. Joyce says, "Where are you from?" Well, we both grew up in New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. Yeah, Jersey.
But we're Italian by heritage. But yeah, the day that Eric and Adam had told me about, like, you know, what they were thinking of, my mind was going wild. And my first initial reaction when I was talking to Eric in that instance, when he asked, like, or said that he would consider me to be an egg donor, was, I would do anything for you. Like, you guys are my best friends. You're like my family. Like, if this is something that could help you be happier, I'll do it. There was no thought about me in this situation. It was just, I want to help my friends, and this is a great opportunity to do so. And so I think in that instant, even though I hadn't done any research and I had no idea what I was getting myself into, I had already basically made up my mind. So when my mom, obviously, I mean, it took a while for me to call you because I was scared to tell you about it.
Well, yeah, it's a big step.
I don't know if I called you that day. I might have called you a couple of days later.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
But you had made the decision already.
I did, yeah. And we were at a point where we were talking every day. We were super, super close. Like, as soon as like we moved away from each other, our relationship got even stronger because we were just constantly like on the phone talking to each other, like worried about each other.
I was constantly worried about
you. Yeah, because I'm across the country. And,
right, and that was after that.
Oh, the whole
other boyfriend incident. So I had many sleepless nights. Let's get started with this. Otherwise, we're never going to finish this.
Sorry.
This nail.
Yes, Leslie. It's like, it's been pouring outside. When I was an egg donor, I was 25. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah. 3, so yeah.
I was 25 when it was. Hey, Rose, how'd your interview go? Okay, I'm gonna answer. Do you want them like, I don't know what you want. I'm just gonna start doing stuff.
Your hands are so cold.
Well, you put the air on.
Gosh.
Did you want them filed or clipped or what? We're just gonna go for it.
Whatever you need to do. Clip them and file them. I don't know what. I usually clip them with the toenail clipper, so you're asking the wrong person here.
I'm also going to sterilize my tools now.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Alcohol, and everything else. Interviews tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, Becca. She said I look much younger.
Okay.
Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, wow, I look a lot older today. Yes, Italian moms do worry, Gina. Her maiden name is Scarletto.
And Julie is my youngest one, so...
Yeah, it's pouring, Cindy.
I think that's why, when you first told me that you were going to be an egg donor, my initial reaction was I was upset because I have no grandchildren yet, and Julie is my youngest one, so... And I didn't think we'd have any... relationship with them. At that point, we hadn't met Eric and Adam. Right, so...
But you knew I was, like, best friends with them. I was going to their house all the time. So you knew the relationship I had with them, but you didn't have a relationship with them.
No. Yeah. And my first thought was, we're not going to have a relationship with them, so...
So, if I were to be an egg donor for an anonymous donor, would you have been even more upset about that? Or was it the fact that that I knew them that made you upset?
No, I was upset because I didn't think...
Because you wanted
I was
to know
being
them.
selfish because I have no grandchildren yet.
So if I was an anonymous donor, you would have the same reaction, probably worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
Because, well... Yes, were, yeah, right, yes, definitely worse. I mean, I knew you knew them, but yes, I didn't know what kind of a relationship we would have. So yes, since we've seen the girls a couple of times, Eric and Adam are just unbelievable parents, and they're just great people, absolutely great people.
So
my daughter couldn't have better friends, really.
oh, I wish Eric and I were here to
I
hear
remember
this.
there was one time Eric called me up because he couldn't get in touch with you.
Yeah.
And I was panicking a little bit too, but I was trying to calm him down, and you were with a friend that you didn't want
my
us to
phone
know
was-
or
yeah.
something. I don't know what so I thought, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, these guys really do care about my daughter.
Yeah.
Because he realized enough time had passed that he couldn't
I
reach
was
you.
with
and
the ex
yes,
that...
I know.
and
Yeah,
I was
told
like,
me
my mom
that.
would kill me if she knew that I was hanging out with him.
No.
But I'm gonna ask you like super personal questions. Is that okay?
Okay.
You don't have to answer.
Okay.
You don't have to answer
okay,
anything.
That's fine.
Is it okay if I talk about how our relationship changed?
Sure.
So, like I said before, me and my mom were very close, and we would talk every day, like nonstop, like multiple calls a day. Anytime I was on my way to work, we would chat.
Okay, I do have to say one thing though.
Yes.
You have to realize that after this, you were calling me and telling me how sick you were, and you had.
We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that.
Okay, because.
So, I didn't understand why you were upset about the situation, because my whole life you had been so supportive of anything I've ever chosen to do, even if it was the wrong thing, that...
I didn't know how long you had thought about this.
Okay. And I just, like, I was... I didn't understand what happened with the relationship we had. Because I feel like within, like, an instant, it just, like, changed. And...
Okay, I guess I was dealing with a lot of emotions.
Yeah. And I didn't realize what you were... I didn't know why you were upset. I just thought you didn't want me to do it. I didn't know why you didn't want me to do it.
It's not that I didn't want you to do it.
Well, I'm just saying that
okay.
from our...
Okay.
Like, that's just
okay.
what it felt like. Like, I felt like I was, like, a kid being told what to do.
Okay.
But I didn't know where it was coming from. Like, I didn't know what you were feeling because you weren't really telling me. You were just upset. And I think it's because you didn't even know what you were feeling.
That's true.
Because there were so many things going on.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Rose. Yes, they are better parents than some parents. Some girls going to grow up knowing the truth about everything, which is good.
Oh,
exactly.
Right. There are some parents that shouldn't be parents, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Like, the reason why I should never have kids.
No, not you.
But I think there was just a point in time where I didn't feel like I could talk to you anymore, and I hope I don't start crying when I talk about this, but my whole life my mom was somebody that I could talk to about everything, and then all of a sudden everything changed because I was becoming an egg donor. And I talk about this a lot, but as soon as I became an egg donor, I lost a lot. Like, as soon as I made it obvious that that was happening, I lost a lot of friends. All the women in my life were gone, and to lose the relationship I had with you on top of that was really, really hard, because all I had at that point was Eric and Adam, and while they're amazing people, when you're going through a process that involves what this entailed,
yes.
I needed a woman. I needed a female figure, and like,
okay, so
I didn't have that.
So we weren't talking after that? I don't remember. I just remember you calling me and telling me how sick you were. Well, and I was not going to come out there because it was your choice.
By no means did I need you to come out here.
Okay.
I needed you to I needed someone to vent to.
Okay, but do you know how upset I was when you would tell me how nauseous you were, how sick you felt, and I'm like, and I'm here. I'm 3,000
I know, I was
miles
putting
away.
you through everything.
Yes, you were. I wasn't sleeping
and I
at
wasn't
night.
thinking about that at all. I was
Okay.
just thinking of, I have no
Okay.
one to, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
So I'm
Let me
sorry
tell you,
on that side.
when that was all over, I was so thrilled. But even after that, you didn't feel right after that.
No, yeah, I had a lot
That
of
was
complications.
worst. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
My favorite.
And I remember kept telling you to go to the doctor,
Yeah, well, yeah.
And you kept always like, oh, if I go to the doctor and then I feel better, I make an appointment and then I feel better, then
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
was
feel
very
like an
stingy
idiot
about money, and I never wanted to go to the
Oh my
doctor because it
gosh.
cost money.
Julie is very thrifty.
It's a nice way to put it.
Very
But
thrifty.
yes, I think during the process, I
Yes,
didn't
I had a hard
know,
time dealing with
like,
that.
I didn't know how to talk to you, and I didn't know. I was like trying to call my siblings, and like I just didn't know who to call. But I was so out of control of my emotions because of the hormones that I was taking that it was like I needed to let everything out, even if it was completely irrational, because that's what my body needed to do with all the injections and everything like that. Like, everything was just, I needed help. Like, I needed emotional support because it was really hard to do. And I remember the nurse telling me at one point, you're going to hit a wall and you're going to give up. And I was like, no, there's not. Because after the first like couple of days, I was like, this isn't that bad. And
I don't know how you gave yourself those injections.
And there was one day I sat in my chair and I had the needles in my hand, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I just started crying hysterically. I called up Eric and Adam and I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this anymore. And like they just talked, like we talked for like an hour. I was like late on my medication for like an hour because I just didn't want to do it anymore. I was tired of, you know, everything that was happening. And I think if I like could have talked to you through that, you would have been able to push me through that. But you were also going through something too, you know? So I don't know, I felt like I needed like a woman to be like, you're a kick-ass bitch, you can do anything, you know? And like Eric and Adam can do that all they want, but like when they've never experienced, like, I went through everything that a pregnant person goes through, but without giving birth, but within like, you know, a couple of weeks. So for like, you know, you to have like the hormonal experiences and stuff like that, like I just needed that to like relate to. But yeah, it was an experience nonetheless. It is a very emotional time for sure. Why would they abandon you? I think it's right. Like all of my friends that were women just had such an issue, and not in the same way you did, because that was like more of a relation thing. A lot of women had an issue with me.
Well, I guess, yeah. How could you
giving away my eggs? Right. And I was like, bro, I'm not using them.
Right.
And like, they go in the toilet if you don't anyway. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But
you're born with a lot of eggs.
Yeah, I have a question about that. If anybody knows this, right? So you're born with a certain amount of eggs, and when you run out, that's when you go through menopause.
Run out? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, right? Isn't that it? That's totally what I learned. That when you run out of eggs, that's when you go through menopause.
Run out of eggs? I don't think so. I think it's just stop.
I'm pretty sure it's when you run out.
I don't know.
If I'm wrong, let me know.
I think you're wrong, because I think there's kind of like millions of eggs or something.
Yeah, but you don't just drop one every time of the month. Yeah, there's 20 to 30 follicles that develop, and it's however many of those have eggs. So you're really getting rid of like 30 every month.
We'll have to Google it.
I left the big question a little bit.
Then I must
have. Yes, you run out of eggs.
Wow, then I must have had a lot, because I didn't
go through menopause
until late.
Well, I have a question. So then if you are on birth control and you're not ovulating, does that mean you keep all your eggs in and then you never go through menopause? Like, what's going to happen to me? If I was on birth control for so long.
Okay, we'll have to research that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah. Go in the toilet. Menopause stops you from menstruation, so your eggs just don't drop. I see what you're saying. You're born with all of your eggs, right? Okay, so that, yeah.
Yes, and there's an awful lot.
They shrivel up. Okay, let me go back up here.
Okay, which nails have you done so far?
I know, I'm sorry, I can't multitask.
Are you making them straight?
Hold on a second.
I think I need them rounded.
My youngest and his girlfriend just had a baby. I can't believe I'm a grandmother at 53.
Oh, young.
I can't find it, Rose.
I'm 62. I don't have any grandchildren yet. I'm waiting patiently.
I'm sorry, I'm just staring at the chat right now. Those friends weren't really friends, were they? Well, yeah, now I realize, like, who
Yeah.
the people that were gonna stay with me, and, you know. Oh, it's under your, oh, wait. How come I don't see that? Am I missing something? It, like, says it's not, there, it don't say it.
So when we first met the girls, they were just, what, a couple of months? When did we come to see them? Their
Sorry,
first birthday?
Yeah, so then once they're, no. You met them when you were like 3 months old.
Right?
Yeah. Because they were born in November, you came out in like February.
That's right.
I think we all need to take a refresher course in sex ed. Do you count your daughter's eggs as grandchildren? But yeah,
I'm Great Aunt Karen.
Yeah. Because I'm Aunt Julie.
Karen.
So the girls are, you know, your great, I don't know, great nieces?
Okay, you want to put it that way?
Medical chats with Julie. Scrambled eggs. Oh my god. We all learned about it now. But yeah. So.
Okay, can we round
that? You want to round
that
a
little?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little too.
I asked you what you wanted. You didn't tell me anything.
I can't multitask. I might have been
I asked
talking
you
or
what
looking.
we were looking at each other's nails and talking about what we wanted, and you said just do something.
No, you asked me about filing or clipping them.
I said, what did you want done? It's okay.
Okay, you didn't ask me what shape. I need to know details. What shape? A little rounded there, yes. What is the style nowadays with nails, by the way? What is the style?
Well, now it's so diverse.
I see still a lot of people with the flat, with the
square nails. I feel like
it's dated looking.
Well, it just depends on the length of your nail. I think the short square is more of like a mature nail now. And yeah, like the long square nails is like super trendy and like, you know, but I don't know. What do we know? We don't have long nails anymore.
Yeah, what's house?
Great job doing it. I haven't done nails at all. Housewife
nails, yeah.
Hey, Godskin. Okay, it's there. What am I missing, Rose? What's going on? Mama Dr. Jones is a gynecologist. Okay, so we'll have to watch her then. I also, like, I can't even comment in my own chat. Oh, there it is. It's not like I don't know what's going on with this thing. Hey, Princess.
Are we losing internet?
I'm sorry.
The other night, too.
Oh, 64 people. Any questions? I'm like, not sure what to go on this, but yes, like, so it was a strain on our relationship for sure. But I think as soon as she met the babies and like understood,
then I realized how
like what we had all done.
The loving relationship though that you had with the boys too, and it was just vice versa. Just amazed. And when we met the boys and saw how well they were taking care of the girls, we just knew that they're in good hands. And yeah,
I think that was a really fun thing for me too, just to have you guys like out in California and experience something good rather than all the stuff that I had need to deal with.
Put us through.
Because they hated California when they first came out because
I still don't. There's no reason.
You know, immediately put them through like the worst time ever. Hey, Cassandra.
You can say that again. I just thought it was very crowded. I remember traveling on the 310, 405, what? 310, 110, whatever. And the traffic out there, 6, 7 lanes of traffic, whatever. We were just amazed.
My favorite part was when you would yell at me all the time for driving in the fast lane. And I was like, if we drive in the slow lane, we're going to die because it's even more dangerous. And you were like, no, it's not. And then we were driving back from American Adams and you demanded I stay in the slow lane. So I stay in the slow lane and we almost died like 3 times. So you're like, okay, go in the fast lane. Because everyone out there is just like really aggressive drivers.
Those highways are a nightmare because I remember a number of times you calling me on the way home from work. Oh my God, there was an accident just in front of me or just in back of me or
a fire on the side of the street.
Oh my God, I was a nervous wreck every time you drove home. Every time you drove home.
Or I would follow them because I'm an aggressive driver.
Yeah, she is. Considering you didn't want to get your license. That was Tina. But after you didn't drive that much though.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It didn't seem like you wanted to drive that much.
I had a little Prius. What? Didn't want to drive. The one time I wanted to go up north to whatever, the middle of nowhere, New York, it was like 4 hours away, and you made me like really not want to do it because you were like, it's dangerous to drive that far.
Well, by yourself. Okay, I guess I'm thinking of your sister.
Yeah, no, I was always driving. But when it was my turn to learn how to drive, what happened? You helped teach everyone else how to drive. What happened with me? Because I'm a lefty.
No, that's not
You told me because I'm a lefty, you weren't sure you wanted to get in the car with me, so she had to hire someone to teach.
Because I think that was the better way to go. And then they took you for your driving test too, didn't they?
They did.
Are you the one that took the driving test in the snowstorm?
Yeah. There was a blizzard when I took my driving test.
A blizzard.
So they canceled it.
The appointments afterwards.
Yeah.
After you.
Well, they stopped my test in the middle of the test because it got so dangerous that we couldn't drive. Like,
okay.
You know how they like have the brakes on their side too? He had to like he had to take the wheel and control everything from his side. Because it was so dangerous.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You couldn't see anything. Everything was sheets of ice. And he was like, here's your license, go home.
Yeah, that was terrible. They should have canceled that day. They should have canceled that day. That was horrible. You even had a parallel park in the snow. You couldn't even see the curb.
Well, it didn't, I couldn't.
Yeah.
We skidded out of like crazy, so he just stopped the test at that point. He actually got mad at me for going 2 miles an hour. Because I was too scared to drive. I was just like, I can't see anything. He was like, you can go a little faster. That's good. You can have.
Well, what do you mean, Joe too? Your brother too. I didn't teach him really how to drive. I got the.
I'm sure Joey already knew how to drive.
Well, yeah. He only had 1 lesson, and the guy said you don't need any more lessons. So yeah, but Tina, I think your sister is who ruined me because she was.
Well, didn't she fail like multiple times?
No, maybe just once.
I thought she failed like twice.
But that was crazy because the route that she had to go, he took her in streets that had cars parked on both sides of the street that were narrow. It was not a nice. That's why then I took you to a different test site.
Well, it's better to learn in the worst condition.
Just being on the roads. Okay, I got news for you. In New Jersey, when I was young and I took a driver's test, it was in the back parking lot of the DMV. They didn't take us on real roads. That was a joke.
Well, that's why you should.
That is a joke. Yes,
like on
you're right.
The highways and all that stuff.
You're right. Should be. Definitely.
I don't even know how I'm doing her nails right now.
Better than they were. This is not your nail. Is this your nail?
No.
Oil?
No, this is OPI's.
What's your nail oil?
I make nail oil.
Yeah,
but I'm too scared to sell it because
you should. Daddy was using it too.
Yeah, Leslie, it's pretty hot here today. It was like in the 80s. It's just really humid. It's been raining like nonstop.
It could be 70, but if it's humid here, it's just a lot of rain today.
Rose, I am so sorry, but it is not showing up.
What's not?
Can you just type it in the chat?
What's not showing?
What number of child are you, Julie? I am the fourth one. The one that they didn't plan on having.
She really was a surprise.
But yeah, I'm the baby of the family, so pretty sure that's why I got away with everything.
Yes, because yes.
That's also why I don't know how to ride a bike.
Okay, I'll tell you why you don't, because I was older. I ran with the other three of yous for how long it took you to ride bikes, running, and now I was older with you. 34 maybe? When I had you. So now how old was I? Not in good shape. I'm overweight to begin with. And so I think I made your father. That's it. Go hold on to Julie's bike and run after her. So yeah, I'm sorry,
Well,
we were very strict with Tina because she was the first
Yeah.
one. After you, the fourth one, I said anything goes, so sorry.
Anything went.
She was not a good baby. She was very colicky.
I cried a lot.
Yeah, cried a lot, yes.
Yeah, I
For
was
like the first year.
not a good baby, unlike Everson and Addison, who were like angels and like never cry.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, they're no part of me.
Yeah.
My DNA has not existed in them. But
I know, you know what? I think it's because I couldn't bond with you when you were born, because I had a blood clot and I had to stay in the hospital really flat and on IV blood thinners, and I couldn't. You were in the hospital with me?
did I give you the blood clot?
No, it was well,
Yeah.
they told me you were resting on a blood vessel, and so I had to wear the special stockings for preventing blood clots or whatever. Anyway,
Didn't work.
so I was in the hospital with you. So honestly, I couldn't bond with you because I just fed you, and then I couldn't even get up to change you. They wouldn't let me because I had to lay still because of the blood clot. And
How long
so
was that?
that was like a week. And then I said to the doctor, that's it. I need to go home. And they put me on, I had to stop nursing you. That's what it was. I wanted to nurse you, and I had to take IV blood thinners. But if you put me on the oral ones to go home, I had to stop nursing you. So I couldn't breastfeed.
So I wasn't breastfed at all?
Only for the first week.
Interesting. How come Laura
Because
has
I
all the
wanted to go
allergies
home.
and I don't?
Because I did not breastfeed Laura.
At all?
Because she was my third one, and I thought it would be too hard because Tina and Joe were still young, and I just thought I couldn't handle it. I think your brother ruined everything because for 9 months, I had to nurse him. He would not take a friggin' bottle. It was terrible. So I felt like I was glued. He was glued to me. So finally, I think we were at the park and it was so hot, and I gave him a cup of water and he was able to drink. So I didn't want to have that with Laura, so I fed her formula from the get-go. But then with you, I thought I could try it again, and that didn't work. So yeah, I wanted to go home. So I honestly think because I didn't bond with you that first week,
It was miserable.
I really think that had a lot to do with it. Because I don't know if the nurses took you and held you, or how long they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really think that has a lot to do with it. I think if you bond good with your baby, now you're in the room with them. But like I said, I had a problem. I couldn't get up to change you, or I had to stay still. Even when I came home, then I had to stay still until the blood clot resolved.
Interesting.
So yes, you were trouble.
I was trouble. And I still am, aren't I? I'm the most eventful one, right?
Yes.
I keep you on your toes.
Yes. Yes.
Shape length, okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
I'm using, so my phone is the camera, and then I'm using the laptop to look at the chat because I can't see the chat from that far. Erica and I have a few of your eggs frozen. If they tried using them again, and if for some reason it didn't work and they wanted to try again, would you donate again? So I always say this, that if Everson Addison, like, we turn back time and that hadn't happened, I would do it. But if they asked me to do it again, I don't think my body could actually be okay with it.
That was a lot.
There are some people who are.
And now your thyroid is a little active.
Yeah. So after being an egg donor, I did find out that, which we knew, it runs in the family. I do have a
thyroid.
What do you call that though?
Hashimoto's.
Yeah, but what do you call it? It's a
hypo or hyper?
It's hypo. Hypothyroidism. Autoimmune disease. That's the word I was thinking of.
Yes.
I have an autoimmune disease, and I don't know what that has to do with anything. But my body is not made for donating eggs. I will tell you that. Yeah, if you look up videos on YouTube of other people who have gone through the process, people who document the process, it's so easy for them. Okay. They go through it and they're just like, oh, it's my 4th time doing it.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little bloated, but I'm okay. And I'm like, girl, I was like puking. Like, I was like thinking I was going to explode. I was in pain. I
remember. Yeah, I know. I remember.
And like, honestly, everything was fine. Like, if you had asked me if I would do it again, right before, like, doing all of the shots, everything right before up until the procedure, I would have said yes, because being uncomfortable is one thing. I can deal with that. And putting the needles, that's a mental thing. I can deal with that. But the surgery and the procedure to get it out, and then the recovery process for me was so horrible, because I had internal bleeding for 6 weeks. I know I repeat this every time I talk about this, but I'll never forget the day that I woke up. I didn't know how to be human, because I was in so much pain from my bladder, like the pressure, I had to urinate every 30 minutes, and it got more than it was every 20 minutes. And the
day after?
The day of. And all I wanted to do was sleep, and I couldn't sleep because I was just constantly, and I was huge, I was super bloated. I remember calling the nurse and saying, like, y'all told me to call you if, like, my stomach was distended, and it's really distended, and she was like, oh, you'll be fine, and so I probably should have gone to the doctor at that point, because I was not okay. And then it took me 2 weeks to go
another couple of days or something?
Yeah, they were like,
I don't understand.
Oh, they pushed the procedure.
Why did they?
Because when we originally started doing the egg donor thing, Susan, I haven't, like, produced it yet, but when I do, I'll let y'all know. I might make a video about it if I do that. What was I saying? Oh, so when we started the whole process, it originally was just going to be Eric as the father, right?
No, but they pushed.
So they pushed the process so that we can have more eggs for Adam.
Oh, see, so that was.
Because at first, like, we were going to do the procedure and there was only 10 eggs, but that's only a 5 and 5 shot for, So
right, so you wouldn't have been as bloated?
Probably not, no.
Oh, okay, so that's,
Yeah. Okay. But a lot of people who go through this process had more eggs than I did and still didn't feel like I did. But
everybody's different.
Everyone's different, and I'm not cut out for this, I'll tell you that.
And really, everybody, I'm sure, reacts to hormones differently.
Yeah, and it also depends on, like, where you go and, like, what type of hormones they give you, because not everything is the same. Oh. So, like, in the UK, it's different drugs different amounts.
I just assumed.
It's all very different. Some processes are, like, over a month long, and some are, like, only a week long. It's really just dependent on.
Yeah, I know. I was very surprised how short the process was, though, for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of testing up until it.
Right, but from when you started the shots,
2 weeks.
That to me is a lot of hormones.
Or it was supposed to be 2 weeks,
and
then we did a little bit more.
Yeah, that still seems like a very short period for a lot of hormones there. Yep.
I have those too. Yay! Let's have an autoimmune disease party. Yeah, Hashimoto's. Yeah, pretty much everyone in my family has. You don't have it.
Actually.
Oh, you just found out. She just found out.
One of my thyroid numbers is not right, so that could explain my hair loss over the past number of years.
If anyone on here, especially women, because it targets women a lot more than it does men, are just tired all the time. Just their hair is falling out. That was, like, a huge thing for me. My hair is falling out in chunks. if you're depressed and all that stuff and you feel like there's no other reason for you to feel that way, get your thyroid checked.
Definitely. Definitely.
Um,
Okay, watch what you're doing.
did I hurt you? Did I hurt you?
Well, no, but starting to.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know, but I'd rather you look. Okay, what is the name of that instrument?
Oh, so this is a pusher.
A pusher.
A cuticle pusher.
Okay. So you're not cutting. You don't have to cut my.
I was gonna just trim like this little hangnail here. Got that?
Okay.
Gonna trim that. And then we're gonna buff away any excess cuticle instead of cutting it because there's really no need to cut it.
And notice that Julie didn't soak my hands in anything. I think
Yeah, I don't know
some
why I can't
people
see it, Rose.
still get their hands soaked in.
Yeah, if you're getting manicures
Soaked
and
in
they
water.
put your hand in a bowl of water and you plan on getting nail polish or gels afterwards, you're going to a place that is so outdated in their teaching that they have no idea how to do a manicure. A spa manicure is one thing. Like if you're paying extra for that, yeah, soak your hands, get the scrub, all that. That's fine. But don't expect polish or anything to last on your nails afterwards. If you're doing a buff and shine, go for it.
Okay.
But if not, then don't do it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Rose. Stacy, my sister has fibromyalgia, right?
Yes.
I
I had to think about what that was.
Lauren, let me check Lauren. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like having a hard time. Water will make your nails soft. Yes. What happens is water, within 60 seconds, your nails expand, and it takes hours and hours and hours for them to contract back to their regular state. So you're putting polish on when they're expanded, and then when they contract, your nail polish is going to chip or have these micro fissures that eventually leads to chipping a lot sooner. And yeah, it's just not a good way to put nail polish on. Susan. Let me check Lauren. I wish there was like a button. I don't see, I don't know why I'm not seeing people's questions. I'm sorry, Lauren, I didn't see your question. Unless it's like super far up, but I just scrolled through like the whole thing and I still don't see it.
Oh, maybe she could repeat it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yes, because we're talking away and
yeah.
then I noticed the scrolling.
Did I do that? I'm just gonna trim this real quick.
Oh, okay.
I also can't really see, the lighting looks great on here, but I can't really see anything that's happening here.
Where's your desk? Didn't you have a desk light? I'd rather you see what you're clipping.
I already did it.
Okay.
I don't see it, Rose. What the heck? Hey, Denise. Are you, Rose, you're typing it directly into the chat? I don't know why I can't see it. But yeah. So all in all, we definitely, our relationship changed when I was an egg donor. But it was out of, like, you were concerned about my health.
Yes.
That was the whole thing. And I didn't, when I was doing this process, that was the last thing in my mind. Like, I just wanted to help them have babies when I decided that I was going to do this.
Right.
So, like, my well-being was not, like, the
that was my
of
concern.
things. And, like, obviously, a mother is going to be like, I want to make sure my kid is okay before you help someone else, you know?
Right. Now I think it's just the most beautiful thing that Julie's ever done. Really. And I'm proud of you. Very proud of you that you did that, because I don't think I could do something like that. And I'm very proud of you, and they're two beautiful little girls. They really are.
Well,
they really are.
Thank you. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have a loving mother. But yeah. We're like all like, I'm like trying not to cry.
And I put mascara on tonight.
It's okay, it's fine. You don't see it.
The one day I put mascara.
Oh wait, I was gonna push these back.
Okay.
I had IVF too. Egg retrieval is worse than monthly cramps. times 1,000. I had bad bloating and just 9 eggs, one crabby pre-teenager later to I wanted to donate eggs after my own issues. Yeah, Stacy, it is a process, and props to you for going through that. Yeah, it's the cramps on that are insane. It's just like your insides are trying to tear you apart. 9 eggs.
How many did you have?
So, like, what they extract are follicles, and then within the follicles, there's a bunch of there's an egg per each follicle, but then some follicles don't have eggs, and some eggs in the follicles aren't mature enough to use. So they only had 14 usable eggs for me, but they had taken out like 20.
Follicles.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Excuse me, I have to cough.
Coronavirus!
Yes, I should have a mask on since you went to Charlotte. It's only a week since you went to Charlotte.
Yeah. Well,
right? That's a week.
We social distance. We didn't see nobody.
Right.
Except Tina, I guess.
Right. Well, you did go to a restaurant, though. I thought you said you went to a
restaurant.
Well, yeah,
but there was nobody
wore
in
masks.
there.
You ate outside and they wore masks?
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Rose. I don't know what's going on. Is it like blocking people for some reason or something? Susan said, do you think you can do a nail shop where you teach us how to do your own manicure and we can sign up for it and pay you? Funny story, Susan. I'm creating a platform called Nail Know How, and I am very close to launching my first course, which is like a whole new way to learn, and it's very in-depth, and I have a couple of previews on it on the website. Actually, you can go on nailknowhow.com, and pretty soon I'm gonna put out a deal if you want to get it before it like launches, be like a founding member, and it'll be way cheaper than when I do launch it, because when I do launch it I want to make sure I price it correctly, but it's something I've been working really, really hard on for a very long time, and I'm super excited about it. And it's not just for nail pros, it's for anybody who does nails. I'm not teaching you anything that you shouldn't be doing, so it's safe for everybody. But
and her videos are so detailed, you can see everything you need to see, which is amazing.
Wait, I think I saw the second part, Rose. You said, I don't see number 1, I see number 2. It says, because I'd like her to know how much you've done for me and that you've been there for me. Also, how much I learned from you. So Rose is like the cutest, sweetest person ever. And, wait, did you type it again? I only see the second part. My patience is being tested. Yeah, Susan, if you want me to, how can I, or if you type in your email, I'll make sure it doesn't get shown to everybody, and then I'll copy it down and add it to the email list if anybody wants to do that. I can do that. Walking after it was fun. Yes, Stacy, I literally was wobbling around with my pants unbuttoned because nothing ever fit me when I was like going through the process because I was so bloated, and I was literally just like wobbling around like a penguin with my pants unbuttoned everywhere I went. Didn't care where I was, supermarket, out in public, at work, never had my pants buttoned.
Why didn't you buy bigger pants?
What was I gonna buy, maternity pants for a week? Like,
oh, that's true.
I have no money. Maybe I could do it where, I don't know how to grab your emails.
Why don't you put a link afterwards?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, actually, if you go in the description box right now,
right,
the first thing is nailknowhow.com. If you click on nailknowhow.com, and then there's a button on the website to sign up, and you just enter your email. But I'll add you to manually if you put them in. I don't see 1, Rose. I don't know why, but I see 2. I don't know why it's not saying it.
Is this hand done?
I don't know. I've lost track of everything I'm doing. Because this is what happens. Are you getting tired? You want to?
No, I just want to,
609.
don't get too distracted that we're
I mean,
Missing supper. I don't want to miss supper.
let me just do. Rose, I don't know why it hates you, but this program is not letting you ask a question. I'm so sorry. I put a new one on. Already? I did.
Okay, what is that?
So this is a mini buffer.
Okay.
So if I put that on your skin, that doesn't hurt, right? So it's not gonna hurt your nails.
Okay. Is it actually taking a layer off or something? Like, what is it doing? Just
I'm
smoothing
getting
the
rid
ridges?
of your ginormous cuticle overgrown.
Oh, that's taking off my cuticle.
Yeah, I'm gonna sand right through it. Delicately and gently.
Instead of an electric file.
Did you show your...
What?
I'm guessing you're asking the question all in one words. Did you show your me and you on Instagram? Did I show my mom the Instagram thing we did? Is that what you're asking? Addison looking like Julie. I think Addison has. I mean, me and Adam look like siblings.
Yeah.
We joke about that all the time. So I think she's gonna look like me either way because we both look alike.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's. Can I buy nails? Okay. Oh, thanks, Susan. So me and Rose did a live on Instagram, and we talked a little bit. I was her special guest on her live when we did. It's like this, but on Instagram. My mom doesn't really know about technology.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we tried.
You had like a Zoom, like
yeah.
So okay.
But then other people can join. Like Tina was watching and stuff like that, and then Eric and Adam showed up, and Rose started crying. It was so cute. She was so happy. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping things up here. I apologize. She doesn't ever want paint on her nails, so if y'all expected me to do like fun colors,
on my toenails,
that was not gonna happen.
Julie did a nice chrome on my toenails.
Yeah, I did.
But not on my. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, you never wear.
My hands are in water all the time, so they just.
Well, your favorite thing to do is laundry.
And you know what? I think my hands just look old. They're wrinkly, and I don't like the way nail polish looks on them. Other than a clear, really. I don't know.
Your hands don't look old.
I don't know. You have to have nice hands to wear nail polish.
I grew up like always saying you had the nicest hands, and that's where I got my hand genes from.
Well, I don't know, but look at all my veins.
Yeah, you see my veins too. This is part of life. If you can't see your veins, what are you, not human?
No, it's just all wrinkly. I have my knuckles are.
I mean, like, we're white. We're gonna see veins. That's called pale skin.
Yes, we need more sun.
Hey, Sari. Sure. Yeah, Rose, you're so cute. Okay. Well, this has been an interesting live. I apologize if we didn't answer everyone's questions because apparently it won't let us see everyone's questions. But if you have any other questions, if you put them in the chat below, like in the comment section rather than the chat, then we'll be able to answer them at our leisure afterwards. And yeah, we'll just
yeah, that works.
But thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you guys, and I think I'm gonna hop on here on Monday, and I'm putting together a list of all of my really cringy, like really hard for me to talk about, really hard for people to hear, embarrassing stories. As if I haven't told you enough. And I'll probably have to have alcohol during that because I will be too embarrassed to tell them. Because I hate reliving these scenarios. But yeah, so Monday should be a fun day. Maybe I'll put up the live thing to set reminders on the day before so that it's not just like 15 minutes before, hope it works. So hopefully I'll have that up. And
sounds like I had people in here.
Thank you, Mommy, for joining me on the live
thank
and
you.
answering personal questions and
It was
crying
fun,
with
and
us
I got a
on camera.
manicure out of it.
For the most part. You got your nails filed. And
That's
some
all
oil
I
put
need.
on. But thank you guys for hanging out. I love all you guys. You guys are so sweet. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.